Hi, this is Ron Edwards, Director of Wine Education for Winebow. I wanted to introduce you to a really awesome wine from Cousino Macul, one of the standout long-term legacy producers for Chile, focused on the Maipo Valley while they do have property elsewhere. This particular bottling, the 2014 Finis Terrae, is all Maipo Valley. And it's an interesting blend because it sort of takes in the concept of the Bordeaux blend as well as the concept of the Australian Shiraz and Cabernet blend and puts it in one beautiful Chilean option. And because this wine is 45% Cabernet Sauvignon, 44% Merlot, and 11% Syrah, which is really more of a natural marriage than what you might think. No, they don't use Syrah in Bordeaux, but the fleshiness and lushness of Syrah filling out the bones and angular nature of Cabernet Sauvignon is a brilliant idea. It's done throughout Australia. And putting those two together, the plummy nature of Syrah, the plummy nature of Merlot, that makes total sense to me as well. So this wine is in the collector style range of Cousino Macul, a special occasion wine coming up on the holidays. This is a great idea, or for any moment when you're having friends over and they're the people you like to celebrate with. So let's give it a taste and see how it's performing. I really love the spiced herbal note that comes right at you. It's sort of this combination of licorice with a little bit of cedar and then a really pleasant green herbal note. I think sage would be my first approximation. But right behind that is this beautiful aromatic heat spice, like the smell of really delicious habanero salsa, but at a distance. Not the burn your taste buds version, but just the aroma profile of habanero, which is an amazing smell to me. After that, you get to the fruits, which are blackberry, blackcurrant, both the juice and the fresh berries, as well as black plum, both fresh and crushed. On the background, underneath the fruit, underneath the herbs, is the undertone of vanilla, baking spices, particularly clove, coming from the barrels, as well as a vanilla, almost caramel note, but it really subtle. The oak usage here is really meant to be window dressing, not a major impact. Really inviting, really lush. If you can imagine what velvet would smell like, it has a smell that sort of makes my brain think velvet. So that may be the prickle of the oak. It may be the cedar coming through. So the aroma profile of the wine is a smidge misleading because the wine is big and rich, and the aroma profile feels a little deft and lighter in touch, but it definitely approaches that velvet texture. It's expressing the cedar and the clove and the vanilla, but it's in balance with that beautiful fresh blackberry, including the seed and the black plum and black plum skin. There's black currant and black currant juice here, as well as a beautiful cigar wrapper, that tobacco aroma of that really high-grade cigar leaf. The herbal note starts to come through now as a cross between anise and thyme, and that little bit of habanero, I think, has more become kind of an essence of roasted red pepper in the palate. The summary of the wine is, 2014, this wine is developing. It's in a really elegant place, and I think that what you're getting out of this wine is star level quality. it really makes you want to have another sip and explore it a little further. There's a lot going on here. The wine is quite complex. I think it's definitely worth every penny you're going to pay for it. So go out and find a bottle of Finis Terrae. I think you're going to love it. This wine is really, really good.